someplace it says raise hand and lower hand. Ah, okay, but I don't know how to do that on my computer. Let's see.
Yeah, we saw that when we were testing it.
Right.
I have a swipe screen so I can see all of you at one time.
Oh, there we are. Look at us.
Cool. Gretchen, my friend, we are trying out my new Zoom webinar software. Would you like an invite and join us on over there, or are you just kind of cruising and watching? Because what we're doing is testing out the software to see how well it works and how easy people can get on. You have to download an app. Would you be willing to do that, Gretchen? Okay.
Is that coffee? Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you feeling now, Bethany?
I'm pretty sore. I'm in a lot of pain right now, and just hoping something gives. But yeah, it really hurts bad.
Oh.
They think it's something called thoracic outlet syndrome, which means my work table is too high. So my arms are too high, and it's causing a lot of issues in my collarbone, shoulder, and my hand, which is very weird. But yeah, it's very painful.
Bethany, if you can get a referral to physical therapy, if you've got insurance coverage and can get it, do it.
Yeah.
For an orthopedic PT, not just any PT. You want an orthopedic PT.
Yeah.
They can do wonders with that.
I hope so.
Yeah, it's a defined syndrome. They really know what it is, and when you have a good orthopedic person, they really can do a good job. Okay, I gotta sign off of Facebook, and then I will be right back.
Is that why I haven't?
I have no idea how to mute anything on here.
Is there 3 little dots at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Push those. Just randomly push buttons till stuff happens, Bethany.
No, it just makes you bigger. Hi.
Oh, giant Gerald. Nice. Sorry.
I like your hair, though.
Thank you.
Let me say I'm going to push more.
Usually I have on my my hairband glasses here. Oh, there. You muted. I saw you.
Now it's muted.
This is my important hairband right here.
So I'm going to try some of these other cool little buttons here, the screen share, so that I can show you some cool things that I have, and let's see how this works for you. Okay, desktop, your screen.
There they are.
Here they are. Those are ear wires done by Catherine Tetzloff. Those are her first ear wires on the jig. Can you see what ear wires on the screen here?
Yeah, I like those.
Yes. So she sent me those, and so I posted those on Dancing Teacup Alphabet and Morning Prayers Design. Then this set here is a folder where I have my new business card set up and back and front, where I took my logo and worked it into. So this is this how you find me on Facebook? Is Dancing Teacup or Judy Menting?
Judy Menting.
Judy Menting. So my question for you is, if you were looking for me, would you look for me, trying to find me, where would you go?
So if I didn't know you and I purchased something of yours in a store at a show, it would depend on what I remember. If I remembered your name, I would look for your name. but if I remember dancing teacup alphabet, that's where I look.
Okay, so I have both things on there that you could search for. Okay.
Oh
so
yeah,
this
it's all
is
somebody
23
doing.
design, which is my.
Susan's iPad.
So here it is, all in blue, and there's with a blue background and white.
I like it.
Ready?
Susan Morgan joining. I am
Yellow
on
and blue.
audio only.
Woke up at 5, so I got a good chance to think about it. All right.
Oh. All right. And so what I'm trying to figure out here is, so this could, if I had a folder that had templates in it, and had it all ready to pull up, then show you the template the right side forward. Didn't think that far ahead until just now. Here it is. So are you seeing the dancing teacup?
Yep. And I like that on my phone. I can actually zoom in it.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to use some of these windows here to see. But come on, baby, you can do it. I know you can. There we go. So this here is well, this is going to take a little bit of practice to figure it out. But this is the alphabet, or I mean the dancing teeth, the ear wires, your signature shape ear wires. So this here, are you seeing my mouse move over here on the left?
Yes.
Okay. So this here,
The triangle.
over the triangle, is the setup for the triangle ear wires. Diane, hello, hi.
I made it.
You made it. All right, great to have you. So what I'm doing is I'm practicing doing screen share, and on my screen here I have the template, and now that's a big template for the 100 ear wires that I do. And so a couple of things on this template. Can you see my mouse moving, Diane?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, and do you have a jig? No, that's a jig?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So the signature shape ear wire template is designed so that it shows you what shape to use, okay? And then these numbers that are between the two shapes is how much wire it takes to go around the shape. So it takes 11 poles worth of wire. So that's 1, 2, 3, about 3 inches of wire to go around, just around that shape. If you want a tail, then you add more tail to it. Okay. Where here on the square one, it shows you that you can get more tail. And then this one is 11 folds from that other one. And I specifically have these set up so that that's the distance that you need to measure out to get at least the top part of the ear wire, and then if you want the tail, you need more. So it doesn't actually say that on the template, but the template was designed to go with a class. And so that's one of the reasons that on Wednesdays I'm doing the 100 ear wires series, so that you can learn how to use this template and learn to think about what you're doing. I'm gonna move this down a little bit so you can see down on the bottom here. So, and then zoom this in.
Hey, Judy, I had a question for you. What hardness of wire do you use?
I use the dark annealed steel wire, which is basically, it's really a dead soft wire, but because it's steel, it has a little more thickness to it. And so it feels like half hard sterling is what it feels like.
Okay. I was wondering if it was too soft for ear wires is why I was asking.
The steel?
Yeah, well, a dead soft wire.
No, because what you're going to do is you are going to hammer it. And that's what gives it the stiffness.
I usually throw mine in my rock tumbler for half an hour to an hour with steel shot in it to harden them.
Yeah. And that hardens it right up.
Yes, it does.
And so one of the things that that I'm going to be teaching you when we do this is where I hammer it, why I hammer it in that spot, and how to make it keep the shape so that it doesn't either spring open or spring closed, and so that you can use a thinner wire and still have it hold a shape.
Oh, nice.
I personally like the 20 and 21 gauge steel, which is really like 22 gauge in the non-steel wires, the non-ferrous wire. 22. I like a little bit thicker ear wire, but that's because I like a bigger thing with some heft to it. But you can make it in those thinner wires as long as you really prepare it the right way.
Correct.
Yeah.
I am going to have to leave because I have a meeting at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
But I would love to join these.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you. I am so glad I got through as long as I did.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Have a great day.
So the I have here this 3/4 round setup. All right. So you're using the 3/4 round on your jig, and then depending on where you place the 1/8 inch round gives you a different shape of your ear wire, of the lobe part of it. If you can see here on the red line comes around and it comes underneath, and then it comes down like this. That gives you a more rounded ear wire shape. Now, because it's like close to the 3/4 inch peg. Oh, let's actually move over here to this 1/2 inch one, and I'm gonna center that and bring it here a little bit, and then zoom in on that a little bit because it actually gives you a better view. Come on, baby, you can do it. All right. Can you see that? Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So here's my 1/2 inch peg. And then this blue peg here is at 6 o'clock. Okay, if this was a clock, this would be directly at 6 o'clock. The green one is at 5 o'clock. And the red one is at 4 o'clock. Now, can you see that this red one is the closest distance between the center of the peg you know, between the edge of the green and the edge of the red. So that's going to give you this ear wire shape that's pretty round here, as opposed to the blue that has a more ovally longer distance. Okay, see how this blue is further away from the peg? So that's one way to get smaller gauge ear wires, a smaller gauge. Yeah. So just by where you place this little peg, you can get a different kind of a different little bit of a look to it. And as I played around with all of this, I figured out that there was really only 3 distances that made any sense. This distance here, and this distance here, and this one here. All the rest of them are really just a repeat of one of those distances. You can see that this 5 o'clock distance is the same as the 7 o'clock distance. And this is 8 o'clock, and this is 9 o'clock, which is the same as 6 o'clock. So I tried to give you that option in how to design. And so the real beauty of the ear wires. Okay, I'm going to turn off this screen share and turn it onto a whiteboard. See how that works. All right. Grab some ear wires. You can tell my new magnet. Whoa, look at that! It's magnetic.
I like that.
Okay, now I gotta figure out where. Oops. Where's the right side? If I hold it right here. You can see that?
Yeah.
Are you seeing my screen, or are you seeing my ear wire, or are you seeing my whiteboard? What are you guys seeing?
Both. I see both.
Okay. All right. So this is the dancing teacup ear wire. Okay.
All I see is a white screen. It's weird.
Oh, okay. Who's Bethany?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pause share. Click on me.
I think she's on a phone, so she probably can't see your picture down in the corner.
Okay.
I can see both on the tablet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see happy picture.
Bethany, you sound like a robot.
I am a robot.
Okay. So here's the ear wire. All right.
Swirly one.
I'm gonna turn off this screen share. I don't think this is helpful for us right now. There we go.
You can
Okay.
see it? Oh.
That guy's not gonna stick. Okay. So what I want you to see is the different You know, I really appreciate how patient you are with this. This is a learning experience, I know, for all of us, but I want to figure out a way to really make this work for you. Okay. Now these were done on the same size. They were done on the 3/4.
There we go. That's a good.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to click me so I look big. And I can see what I'm showing you. I have this figured out on my phone, how to make it, how to get the right distance. So these were done on the 3/4 inch peg. And can you see that this, where the hanger is higher than this hanger? All right, it's because the distance between the big peg and the little peg was different. Go back to this guy.
That's good to know.
All right. So it was done on the 3/4 inch, right? And so when I do ear wires, what I do is I make physically with my pliers, I make that little loop first. I hook it over the peg, and then I wrap the rest of the wire around. Okay? And what I'm doing that, why I'm doing that is so that I get a consistent, okay, it says my free meeting will end in 10 minutes. Okay? So I guess I get 40 minutes of free. Save it's free. All right. I make the little loop. So here I made a double loop on this one. I hook it on the peg right here. Then I put that over my big ones, and then I wrap the wire down and around. Okay? And what that enables me to do then is to get a consistent distance from here to here. If I want a shorter distance from here to here, I use a smaller peg up here and I move it in closer, which is what this 1/2 inch is. And then this is what, because the little ones, that's the 1/4 inch round. You can see how that's a completely different size of ear wire. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, that helps me immensely.
Right. So what you're really doing is using the small peg on your jig, kind of as a de facto swivel lock. I make the loop on with my pliers first, and I'll use wubbers so that I get a consistent size of that. I have a mark on my pliers so that I know that at this far from the tip I get this size. I have a square wubber to make a little square, and then I get a consistent size every time. And then I put it on the small peg. That's my de facto swivel lock. I don't need to do the wrap part of it. And then bring it around. And then depending on what I do with that tail, whether I bring it down, whether I bring it straight, like a forward, straight, like that vertical on your keyboard, or the backslash, or the forward slash, or the comma, the question mark. Those are the kinds of things that help me detail an ear wire and get a different ear wire for what I want. I'm going to show you here. So this is the same ear wire, but this one here has a real long tail. You can see that tail is very long. Okay, and this tail is shorter. And If I want to fix it, I just curve it a little bit more with my finger. Or I can take that and put it up against a peg and get the right exact curve on it. So this is the kind of thing that I want to be doing on when on Teaching Tuesday. Is this valuable for you?
Yes.
Yep.
Very.
And then the thing that would be valuable for me is if you bring your example of what you're working on and say, okay, I got this, but I need help with that, so that I can see what you're doing. And that's my intent of doing the classroom format. So 4:30 to next Tuesday is we're going to do this again. We're going to do the classroom format again on Zoom. I will come on at 4 o'clock and talk people through this one more time, and then I'm going to switch to the 4:30 format in November. I'm going to switch to the 4:30 webinar Zoom format instead of being on Facebook. Okay? And
Sounds
then
good.
continuing Wednesdays are Earwire Wednesday, Thursday is Tooltip Thursday, and Friday is Friday Showcase. So like Catherine did, get me some stuff, and I will be posting and promoting your stuff. Okay?
Yay.
Yay.
Tammy
So
is
thank you, my
interested.
friends. I really appreciate how valuable your time is. And I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Judy.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So I'm going to wait for you guys to leave.
Okay.
To see what happens from my side.
Oh, there it is.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Let's see. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Gerald's still here. I think Gerald.
While you and I are still on here, I'm going to tell you, Tammy was very interested in making ear wires with her jig. So since she had to leave, maybe we can let her know that you're going to do that tomorrow. Okay.
Who was that?
Tammy that had to leave early for the meeting.
Okay, I'll send her a message.
I didn't quite get her last name.
Tammy Bird, B-Y-R-D, Bird.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
Right.
So she's interested in that. Oops.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. I'm trying to get out of here, but it's not working.
And I see that Susan Morgan is, oh, she left. Okay. So.
And Diane Hall, was she the other one that was on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you can wait just one more second, Gerald.
Sure. Yeah.
Oops, that's this one. Okay. So what I'm trying to figure out how to do is give you a code so that once these start to go, once I figure out enough how to use it, that you can use a code to get on in honor of your trading me for typing time. So
Okay.
yeah, it's so valuable. It was exactly what I was looking for, my friend.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I didn't know if I did too much or not enough or.
No, the more the merrier. I'm fabulous with the more the merrier. And so, you know, and to know from your standpoint what is valuable to you is valuable to me. So, and you picked the stuff that I would have picked. So I'm thrilled to know that the information that I'm giving is the information that you're finding valuable.
Oh, good.
So
do you want to know what was valuable today?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, do you want to know what was valuable today?
Yes.
The best part of today was seeing the 3 different, I think because I don't have the Now That's a Jig, the placement of those 3 different pegs and how it changes the shape of the ear wire just explained like my whole last 2 weeks to me.
Right.
Because I couldn't quite get them the same, and I think what's happening is the bad pegs, the loose pegs, they pop out. Sometimes take it out, and if I don't get it right back in the same spot, and I don't realize it, then that next ear wire is totally different, and it's happened several times. I've even heard of people doing 2 at a time, but that seems really
right. But this is the way to fix that.
yes.
And I didn't even realize that they were doing. Okay, I got less than 1 minute, but I didn't realize that was even happening. This shape was even happening until I was trying to photograph them, and I put them against a grid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, I have to stop here, otherwise I'm going to end up having to pay. So
Yes.
let me stop before I do that.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye.